currently from one production to another. Recently, I had a conversation with him and I'm here with him again. Adjetey Anang, as a student in school, currently in school, when I have to learn two subjects, knowing that I'm going to write an exam, it's a lot for me. You are on a production which is, going on, and you are back on a new one. How are you able to differentiate on both productions? Make sure your lines are not mixed up when you are on stage, and all is for the stage.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's tough, as you say. You can easily mix up, especially when maybe you have similar scenes sometimes or similar weddings sentences. It's very easy for you to do that. But I think that over the years, I've gained some experience in doing that, and there's something that we call compartmentability. And so what I do is, it's like wearing this jacket. This jacket is green. It has these mannerisms and and character. Once I put it on, I know that I've put it on Fiifi Coleman's production play or Dilemma of a Ghost. And then when I'm done, once I'm done, I take it off, and then I take this other jacket that is blue, that has its own attributes, and then it has stuff from the mind, and so I've been able to work that out, and I've not had challenges so far. Yeah.
Ooh, this is interesting. Has there been a point where you were on stage and you probably forgot a line or two, and how were you able to quickly pick it up?
Oh yes, a number of times. I think my worst one that I couldn't survive, I needed the help of an experienced actor, the late Godwin Kotey. I mean, he saved me because he realized that no, Adjetey was stuck, and so somehow I was able to survive. But otherwise, other plays, because I understand the scene, and that's why you just don't go just chewing the lines. You need to understand the scene, what is happening at that time, the context, so that even when you forget your line, you can still say things that will make sense, that will still make sense within the context. Otherwise, then people will realize that, oh, you're talking about something very different, and so it goes just beyond the lines, and that's how I've managed to survive when it comes to missing lines.
I know that you're doing this. So, at the moment, are you still doing productions? When I say production, in terms of film, are you on set shooting, and are you doing this as well?
So I'm reading a script that should go on shoot next month. It's just a couple of weeks, and so yeah, I'm doing that as well in stage. But the thing with stage is that I've decided that every year I have to do stage, because it always brings you back to the basics, where you don't get complacent, and because you've done it over and over again, you think that, oh, now it's okay. But every experience is very different, and just one performance can undo you. It doesn't matter if you've done it for years, hundreds of years. And so for me, it's going back to the basics, reminding myself that I can't be complacent, reminding myself that the basic instructions and rules that I need to adhere to, so that my performance is always fresh, and so yeah, I do film as well. Yeah.
And then finally, how does it feel to be part of this, the Dilemma of a Ghost? This is literally, should I say, a book by a Ghanaian.
That's
and
right.
I know young ones are still probably struggling to get to know more about people like this.
Yeah.
And being part of it, how do we also get to let the young ones know about books like this, understand our culture and everything that comes with it?
I think and that's what Fiifi Coleman Production is doing, and others are doing, is to continually tell our stories, because these stories are so much us, and that's what they do, is continue to remind us of our traditions, of our customs, and if we forget them, especially our young generations, then we've lost touch with our identities, etc. And there was sense in some of the practices that we were handed over, and it has shaped lives, how our culture has been structured in terms of obedience to authority, obedience to elderly and all that. We're missing that, because of global influence and all that. And there's the need for us to continue to tell these stories through the plays, through our music, etc., so that the young ones would grasp it and know that, oh, this is us, and how do we even relate to the other, other cultures that are not us, and so it's important for us to continue telling this story from a none other than a legendary writer as well. May her soul continue to rest in perfect peace. And so this is what I avail myself to, so that we can hand over a good legacy that will be continued. And so it's always great to be a part of productions like this. Yeah.
Adjetey, do you still lecture?
I do.
Hey, at what point do you do that?
I mean, it's a strict timetable. Making sure that I do not take advantage of the fact that I do productions, but also adhering to what I need to do, that my timetable, what is expected of me at Unimac IFT, NAFTI as we know it, and also impacts the young ones there as well, because they are those who you would find in our production houses, etc. And we need to grow and not keep beating the same cycle. And so for me, I love what I'm doing there as well.
Well, we all can't wait to see you back on stage after this, then this one. So all the best.
Thank you so much.
This is Hits.